greet you. It's 9 a.m., the signal's clear. Our favorite host is in the chair. The Truman Show is on the air.
It's the Truman Show with Truman Jones. A look at the politics, news, sports, and people that are shaping Rutherford County.
The Truman Show is on the air. The Truman Show is on the air.
Now your host, Truman Jones.
Good morning, Rutherford County. We're going to have a great day today. And first of all, I have to apologize to the class of 64 because I ended up just slightly injuring my knee, and I wasn't able to make a couple of the functions that I was invited to. But I'm making up for it today because we have the class of 64, at least 4 of them, that are going to be here and share some of the things that went on. And you guys really had an interesting thing as far as going on, as far as entertainment and getting to be with some of the people. And Joey, you and Jim Lewis, and I'm talking about Joey Nunley Jr., you guys have got a video of almost everything that went on, including the walk around Central and through Central, and then the Blues Brothers and some of the other entertaining guys that were able to come. I don't know how in the world you got Bellucci to make it, but it was really fun. I mean, it really was.
Well, I'm glad you got here early enough to see that.
Queued up when people find out that it's on the airways.
Yes, but that was a good day. The weather was good, and so the people who would have time to look at that video come in from YouTube with, what's the best way to do that? Come from Murfreesboro
CHS.
Murfreesboro
CHS.
Okay, that's the best way in there.
Yeah.
But yes, we had a good group at our reunion.
Now, whose idea was it to walk around Central, around the block, to honor those who are no longer with you? And it seems like that you guys are somewhere around 40 people that have gone on to the next Central High School.
Yes, we have. We've lost about that many, and we've had several meetings to get this ready, and so we would throw things out that we've done before, and it says, well, because it's the 50th, we probably need to do some things that a little bit different.
Yeah.
And especially what you just said, we have to remember a lot of people we don't have anymore.
Yeah.
So I says, if he wants to go with me, I'm going to walk for a memory of somebody. And as it turned out, I guess 15 people did the walk. And first you have to check to be sure that you can walk for 0.8 miles. No, it's 0.8, yeah. And what we didn't do, we didn't check to see what else is going on at the campus. And there was a run, but fortunately it was on the west end of the campus, so it didn't cause any problem there. But we did walk it, got it early at 9, so it's be cool enough. And then once we find out, when you have a group like this, we knew from faces in high school years, some of these same faces are different. And some people I walked with, we didn't have name tags or anything, but by the time we walk, you can do that, and you figure out what else you've been doing. So as it turned out, the walk was kind of fun because you would have some things that you have never been thought about. Gail, you walked it, didn't you?
Yes, I walked it. It was a lot of fun. The thing I remember, let's say, when some of the people would come up, like Joey said, we didn't have name tags. Like at the reunion, you're like looking down. Oh yeah, that's who you are, you know. And some guy walked up and I said, Gail Everett Morgan, and he said, Mike Gresham. I said, yeah, that's who you are, you know, because he just looked different, you know. But once you see the face, I mean, hear the name, and you can put the face together. It was a lot of fun, and I appreciate, Joey, that you thought to do to mention that, to bring it up. And
Well, I
just-
do a lot of thinking. I don't do much, but I do some thinking.
I don't know if we want to get into it right now, but we had our first tribute to our veterans.
Wow, that is great.
It was awesome. And
About how
Joey-
many did you have from your class? 'Cause you're right in the middle of it in your class.
I don't remember.
Well, I didn't
30.
count.
Yeah,
We probably at least
25.
20.
Yeah, 25 or 30.
Yeah.
Oh, there was more than that.
Was that? Okay.
Yep.
It was really good. Joey did a little speech, and we had him come up 5 branches of service, and
And
it
God
was
Bless
great.
the USA was playing
Yeah,
behind you, is that
yeah,
right? Lee
yeah.
Greenwood.
It was good.
Oh, I love that song.
It
It
was-
always brings chills down my
It
spine.
was really
Well,
good.
the DJ, we had planned that, and it worked quite well
It was good.
to bring. We have the 5 branches there with their songs. They come in. I knew that this could have been gone into a stories and not necessarily good stories. So I said, well, this is a reunion, so let's make this a reunion. So I asked our classmates who are in uniform, did you see somebody in our class in another part of the world those years you're in the uniform?
Yeah.
And it worked for a few of them, especially some of us who were in there a long time.
Mhm.
And I told them a little story, and a couple of others. The interesting one, and you'll have to help me with the name there, but in the Army and other branches, you have a change of the commanders,
Yeah.
and you give the flag to one or the other. The 2 colonels were classmates.
Oh, wow. Now, what are the odds of that happening?
Right.
That's amazing. Well, I know Jimmy Thompson and I got out on the same day. Hadn't seen him all that time, and we were getting out at Fort Bragg at the very same time. And who would have ever thought about that?
Well,
We played football together.
Well, our years, I'm thinking about our classmates in uniform. Our years a little bit different for our fathers. World War II, a lot of the classmates went together,
Right.
towns,
Mhm.
by units. And what we see on television right now, the last too many years, the units together. It was different. And our years too, because many times we were by ourselves.
Yeah.
You leave and come back, and you never see anybody, nobody left from Murfreesboro.
Mhm.
I did find one. I didn't expect, but I saw Stan Jacobs there.
Mhm.
I didn't expect being in there, but if you knew Stan, he had a nose that you can see a long way.
I hope he's listening.
And I was someplace in Germany, and I says, I know that face.
Oh, okay.
And but and a few others on our reunion talked about where they saw somebody else from our class, and but most of the rest of us didn't have stories because they were by themselves that whole year or more years, and not back with classmates.
You know, most of us have deep roots here, as we went through school all the way. A lot of people went through with Critchlow and training school, and then our group was one of the first ones, I guess, that had Mitchell Nilsson as the grammar school. But we knew probably at least two, and most of the time 3 generations of family members of the classmates that we went through. And do you ever do like I do? You kind of look around and kind of gauge if little Joey looks like his daddy, and go on, and your son Trey. It's kind of a game to me, because a lot of times when we get together, if I haven't been with them in a long, long time, I can actually see those traits in the individual before I pick them
Well,
out.
you watched that video that Jimmy did, and part of that was Rodney Hayes.
Looked just
there,
like Joe Black.
And he had a hat on there. I says, that was Dad.
It's so much fun. Now, you guys were one of the first to actually take the tour through our old alma mater, our old high school. How was that? Did you get the feeling when you're with your buddies kind of like it used to be 50 years ago.
Hip hip hooray, let's give a cheer. It's 9 a.m., the signal's clear. Our favorite host is in the chair. The Truman Show is on the air.
It's the Truman Show.